Strength Endurance Series Part 2. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alright, so another week here. I hope you guys really enjoyed the last week when we were talking about stabilization endurance, which is basically working those deeper fibers throughout the body, including your core and your lumbo-pelvic hip complex. Okay, so today we're going to discuss a new series, which is a continuation of trying to build your body to the way it should be, to that perfect point, to that goal, okay, which is strength endurance. Okay, now so the strength endurance, which is the second phase, is basically combining not only the stabilization endurance aspect of it, but building initial strength throughout your body. Okay, so today I'm going to show you a routine that I find is very efficient. Okay, the first workout of the series, which is combining upper and lower exercises. Okay, so we're going to do combos with the uppers, combos with the arms, combos with the lower. Okay, that's going to be our focus today. I hope you guys enjoy this. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Okay, and if you have any comments, guys, please feel free to send me a comment. If you have any questions or anything like that of any of the workouts, or if you have any ideas, please feel free to send it to me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, let's get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is stretch. Don't forget, when you come in, before you do your workout, you have to get in the habit of stretching for about 5 to 10 minutes before you start off with the workout. Okay, so we're just going to come in nice and easy to stretch. Outside, same thing. Stretch those shoulders, bring back. So remember, guys, this workout right here is basically combining that stabilization endurance phase, which we did last week. Okay, now as I mentioned to you, stabilization endurance should be done for about 3 to 4 months. So now this strength endurance phase, which is phase 2, should be done for another 3 to 4 months as well, or even longer. Sometimes they say even 5 to 6, depending on how long you want this to go for. But strength endurance is basically combining that stabilization endurance phase with some basic strengthening of the muscles throughout the body. Okay, it's important to understand that the weight factor is not going to be high. Okay, we're going to go on a minimal weight here just to show you. Okay, and we're just going to kind of work in some exercises that allow you to really build that initial strength throughout your body. Okay, so make sure you have that in mind. Okay, so what I recommend is to grab for your chest and back and even leg exercises, grab anywhere between maybe 10 to 15 pounds is what I recommend. Nothing too heavier than that because, again, we're not trying to work with a lot of weight. Okay, so I'll stretch out the legs a little bit. Just kind of come down here. Same thing. Nice little leg stretch. Okay, try to hold that, bring that leg back. Just feel that stretch in those quads. Okay, switch sides to the other side as well. So it's important getting a habit into your routine to stretch for about 5 to 10 minutes before you begin. Okay, so we're just going to do the hamstrings now. Just come down, bend those hips, all the way down. So you're bending your hips, trying to keep your knees as straight as possible. Really work your way down to really feel that stretch right here in the hamstrings and the glutes. All right, then come up. Okay, so we're just going to hold on to a base here and just kind of loosen up a little bit, rotate those hips, a little dynamic stretch. Okay, other side, same thing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you. So again, with a resistance band, you're more than welcome to use a light resistance band like a green or a red band, for example, just to kind of loosen up, do a little bit of mobility exercises as well. So we're just going to come in and kind of do a little bit of this. Really work in that back, those shoulders, loosen up those muscles back there. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing for the chest. So you're going to come back. Alright, just going to come forward a little bit just to extend a little bit of that resistance coming from that band. Alright, it's really nice and easy control. Nicely done. Alright. Alright guys, so once you've loosened up, once you've stretched, feel free to come into the workout now. So we're going to start off with part 1, which is chest combo. Okay, we're doing the chest press, followed by a pec fly on the stability ball. So again, our focus to you today is combining the same 2 exercises for the same muscle group, using one technique for strength endurance and the other technique for stabilization endurance, working in together. That is the best way to continue working your stabilization endurance phase and continuously start working that strength endurance phase, which is that initial strength building in the muscles. Okay, so let's go straight into it. So again, what you're going to need here is you're going to need Couple dumbbells, starting off over here. Okay, so a couple dumbbells to get you started, guys. Again, the weight factor doesn't need to be too heavy. We're just basically doing a chest press with a light resistance. You're going to come down on the floor. What we're trying to do here is to try to control this as best as possible. I'm going to come down and up. So nice and slow, nice and easy. Again, you want to basically go about maybe 3 seconds on the way up, 3 seconds on the way down with the tempo. Really control that movement. Try to bring those elbows out wide. Make sure that chest really feels that stretch and contraction as it comes up and down. Okay, so we got a couple more. And 2, beautiful. So another reason why we want to incorporate less weight is because we're doing 2 exercises as well. It's back to back, so it can be a little heavy if you start adding more weight than you're capable of doing. You don't want to overthink it and overtrain those muscles. Okay, that's not the right way. So let's come in now. What we're going to do is going to grab a stability ball here. Okay, and we're trying to do the same thing, but this case is a stabilization endurance exercise in continuation with the dumbbells. So you want to lie down, roll down, control it. And here what we're trying to do is we're trying to do a pec fly. It's a nice controlled movement. So this is a little bit more challenging, knowing that you're on a stability ball. It's on a stable surface, so it can be a little bit tough to do. So you got to make sure to really engage that core and control that movement. Okay, last one. Beautiful. Bring the dumbbells down. You want to roll up and then come down to the point. So again, great exercise to start off with. You're doing 2 exercises together. Now make sure you rest about 45 seconds to a minute. Give yourself plenty of time to recover and then work your way into the second set. I'm only going to show you guys today the first set, okay? I want to show you guys to continuously do this kind of workout at home. It's very efficient to do, okay? So the next exercise we're going to do now is the back exercise. We're going to combine lat pull down, okay, with the band, and then combine that with a dumbbell bent over row. All right, so follow me on this one. Okay. All right, so this one right here, lat pull down is a little bit challenging to do. So what I recommend is doing like a cable like this one right here. So this is a 40-pound cable. It's a little bit on the heavier side. But again, when you first start, I want you to go on the little lighter side as well. So start off anywhere between a yellow, green, or even a red band, just to get the lat pull downs down. And again, we're doing it on a stability ball, so it's an unstable surface. You have to make sure to really control the movement as well and control your balance, engaging that core. Okay, so we're gonna do 12 reps here. Sitting down on the stability ball like I am right now. I want to come straight down. Again, it's going to show you that movement. 1, nice and easy, controlled pace. 2. Okay, you want to make sure to really control that as best you can. 3. You can see slight incline in the back, coming all the way down. Really controlling that pace as best you can. Bringing those elbows out wide. Same thing when you're doing the lat pull down to really contract that back. Okay, so we got a couple more here. And come up for a release. Okay, so again, a little bit more challenging considering they're using the stability ball for this one to really kind of sit on it. So naturally your core needs to be engaged a little bit harder to be able to work that area. Okay, we're gonna work our way over now to a dumbbell bent over row. Okay, so with a bent over row, guys, positioning and posture is so important. All right, so with the posture, you got to make sure to keep yourself at about a 90-degree angle, bend those knees and hips. Again, it is doable when you first start. If you feel you have a little bit of a slight curve, it's okay. Start off with. Now, this is the second phase of your training. Okay, so naturally, there's going to be some imbalances. That's why it's so important to start off by working the stabilization endurance phase 1 for about 4 to 5 months before you start off with this phase. Once you get into this point right here, okay, if you guys want to watch my structural video as well, talking about posture and working the stabilization endurance, please feel free to check that out in my videos previously as well, because that will really help you to engage, okay, to keep your back straight. All right, so let's go straight into it. So we're going to do 12 reps, coming straight up. So bent over row, again, keeping that core engaged, that back as straight as possible. Nice and easy, really control that breathing. And release. Nicely done. All right. So again, I recommend you do these kind of workouts. Do about two sets is good to start off with, about anywhere between 10 to 12 reps. Okay, and make sure to rest for about 45 seconds to a minute. Okay, so that was the second exercise that I just showed you right there. The next one we're going to move on to is legs. So we're going to switch it up a little bit, do some quads, hamstrings, and glutes. Okay, so the first one is going to be a strength endurance exercise. Okay, basically working the legs, the quads primarily, by trying to strengthen this whole area here. So again, dumbbell squats. When you're doing the squat, you want to make sure that you come down and bend your hips. Your knees are trying to stay behind that line, right behind the tip of those toes, trying to come down primarily with your hips, okay? So we're going to grab a couple dumbbells. Same thing. Our goal here is to get to 12 reps. So hold them back, and come down. Keep those dumbbells right to your side, come straight back up. Again, don't have to worry too much about the variables incorporated. Just come straight up and down. About 2 to 3 seconds on the way down, 2 to 3 on the way up. You ready? Nice and easy, controlled pace. Let's switch over to front view. So I can see my knees are behind my toes, trying to control that movement as best as possible. Really feel those quads working. General rule of thumb is, if the quads are building that intensity, feeling that burn, that means it's working. Last one. Nicely done. All right, so we're going to switch that up now. Go straight into the next exercise, which is a unilateral dumbbell touchdown. So the touchdowns, guys, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to strengthen the hamstrings and the glutes. Okay, these two muscles become important. But again, it's a balance technique, requires a little bit of stability. But if you've gotten to this phase and you're successful at it, that means you spent plenty of time working into the stabilization endurance phase beforehand. So you should be able to do this. So what we're trying to do is we're going to keep one leg up. In this case, my right leg is on the ground, left leg is up, suspended. You want to come down and up, nice and easy, controlled pace. 2, 3, good job. Almost there. Really control. This one right here requires a lot of engagement from your abdominal wall, your glutes, your hamstrings, your overall core in general to stabilize yourself. Make sure to breathe. So again, if you feel a little imbalanced, guys, feel free to regroup and try and go at it again. The worst thing you want to do is to continuously do the reps when you're imbalanced and then fall over. It's very easy to do. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to the other side now. Make sure to rest for about maybe 10 to 15 seconds before you switch over. Give your glutes a little bit of a rest. So we're going to do the same thing on the left leg. So right leg up, nice and easy control. Again, balance is key. That's your primary aspect here, primary component. You want to make sure to use that core strength to create that stability for yourself while you're doing this. So again, wonderful little combo exercises to do for the legs, for the upper body, whatever you're trying to target. 2 exercises together to work the same muscle groups is one way to really work on that strength endurance phase that I'm showing you today. Last one. Beautiful. All right. Okay, so that right there was the legs. Again, just 2 examples of exercises that can be worked in together very efficiently, both in that phase, working the quads, the hamstrings, and the glutes all together. Okay, so we're going to switch it over now. We're going to do some arms. So for the arms, what I recommend is to do one exercise for the biceps, one for the triceps. Now, knowing that the arms are basically smaller muscle groups, the weight factor has to be minimal. Okay, so we're trying to target anywhere between 10 to 12 reps, going straight into the neck, this one right here. So what we're going to do, I have 15-pound weights here, but you're more than welcome to grab something lighter. We're going to do an alternating dumbbell curl, mixed in together with a stability ball tricep extension. Okay, so coming straight up. Okay, trying to keep those elbows locked in right at the rib cage. Nice and locked in there. Okay, trying to really build that strength in those biceps. Okay, again, the weight factor needs to be small. Anywhere between 60 to 65% of your overall capacity should be sufficient. Really controlling that pace as best you can. This is where you initially want to build strength. So you want to make sure that the weight factor is minimal, the rest time is sufficient, and you also want to do some exercises that you know will work well together. Okay, like I'm showing you right now. Okay, so we've got a couple more reps on each side. Last one. Okay, so we're going to use the same dumbbells on this one to work in the tricep extension. Now, the tricep extension, we're going to do it on the stability ball again. So feel free to grab your stability ball if you have it. Okay, and we're going to just basically do this lying down on the ground. Okay, so again, great little combos here to work in. So we're going to roll down on our ball. You want to make sure that you're nice and supported here, engaging that core. Okay, you want to keep those arms locked in and bring the elbows back and up. Nice and controlled pace as well, keeping those arms and shoulders steady. Just bringing those elbows up and down. Nice controlled. Okay, I've got a couple more, guys. 11. Really control that breathing as best you can. Engage that core. Beautiful. So we're just going to bring the dumbbells down, roll over. Alrighty, so remember, these exercises, it's important for you to do maybe 2 sets to start. If you want to work your way up to 3 after about a month or so, feel free as well. Okay, 2 sets, try to get to anywhere between 10 to 12 reps, and rest for about 45 seconds. Okay, so that was our bicep and tricep combo. We're going to work our way over. We've got a couple more combos to do before we finish. The next one we're going to do now is going to be shoulders. So with shoulders, we're going to do shoulder press. And again, knowing it's a smaller muscle group, we're not going to incorporate a lot of weight here. What we're trying to do is to basically use that stabilization endurance phase, working in to try to build initial strength in those muscles. Okay, so we're going to start off with the shoulder press here, keeping your dumbbells steady. Okay, make sure you engage your core, keeping that stability on the ball. Coming straight up. So you're more than welcome to bring your elbows down a little bit further if you need to. If not, if you want to intensify it a little bit, right in the midline of your body, right where the elbows meet the shoulders, and then bring it all the way back up. All right, guys, keep it going. Okay. So nice and easy control. You should exhale the way up. Trying to keep that elbow locked in right next to your shoulder here. Don't want to go too far back, not too far forward. Keep it neutral. Again, a little bit more challenging, using that core strength, using those core fibers a little bit more to work in, to keep that stability throughout your body. Last one. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of combine that now with a front lateral raise. Again, this second portion of this combo is a strength endurance exercise. No stability needed. So we're just going to grab 5 pounds here. So again, a little bit lighter weight, knowing it's a smaller muscle group. Coming straight up and then coming forward. So a little combo here, working the shoulders. So try to keep it straight back. Okay. Try to keep your neck neutral. And come straight up and down with the elbows. Straight up and down with the arms. Really control that breathing as best you can. So guys, remember, you're more than welcome to pause this video if you need to. If you need to get a little rest, drink a little bit of water, feel free to do so. Okay, and remember too that try to do a couple sets into the mix. I'm only showing you one set today, just kind of give you an idea of the routine. But feel free to do an extra set with these combos just to get that full workout that you need. All right, so we got one more now. That was the shoulders right there that we worked in together. Again, focusing on the same muscle group with those combos. Doing 2 exercises for the same muscle group today was basically our focus, our strategy. Okay. The last one we're going to do now is we're going to do a core exercise, which I find is very efficient to continuously keep working on that overall core strength. Okay, we're going to do suspended crunches, okay, on the ground with our legs suspended, combined with a stability ball crunch, which again allows you to work a little bit of the deeper fibers to really work into that same exercise. Okay, so let's start off with the ground first. All right, so a nice little technique here. Our goal here is to get to 15 reps on both exercises. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is to try to really combine this as best we can. Okay, nice and easy control. All right, so you want to make sure that you're planted here down to your mat. Okay, we're going to keep our hands behind our head and really come up nice and easy. 1, 2. Nice controlled pace, guys. Make sure to really work from that center of your abdomen, trying to push up as high as you can. Keep that neck in a neutral position. You don't want to bend it too much, just enough that you can come up. Okay, I got one more. Beautiful. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to combine that with the same exercise, but using it with equipment here. So we're going to use a stability ball now to work in the same exercise that we did with that first one. Okay, so for this case, we're using a little bit more of an unstable surface to work it again. Nice and easy control. Make sure to really engage your core. Okay. Again, working a little bit harder here. 3 more. Beautiful. All right. All right, guys, so I really hope you enjoyed this workout. Again, this is just the first workout of the series this week that I want to show you in the strength endurance phase, which is phase 2 of building our body to get to our overall goal. Okay, so building your body from the ground up. Okay, so as I mentioned, there's a lot of different variations of doing this. Today we wanted to focus on combos that target the same muscle group. Tomorrow is going to be a different workout. I'm going to show you a similar pattern, but a little bit different. Okay, hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And until next time.